Maraming salamat, Profi. Uy, alalahanin natin yan para tayo ay mas maging media literate. Samantala sa punto pong ito ay may makakasama po tayong special na bisita mula po sa UNESCO upang pag-usapan po patungkol dito sa programang Memory of the World Program ng UNESCO.
Alamin natin kung paano nila dadalhin ang programang ito sa Pilipinas at kung ano ang mga pinakabagong updates sa kanilang mga proyekto mula kay Junsu Seo, ang Program Specialist for Documentary Heritage ng UNESCO. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Rise and Shine Philippinas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I think it's your second time here to be here in the
welcome
Philippines.
back.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for being with us.
All right, so Junsu, tell us about this program of UNESCO, the Memory of the World Program. What is it about? Give us an overview.
Okay. Good morning, people of the Philippines. My name is Junsu Seo from International Center for Documentary Heritage. We are a public institution based on the agreement between the Korean government and UNESCO.
Okay.
And our major mission is to assist UNESCO's Memory of the World Program, which is essentially about safeguarding world's documentary heritage around the world. And we have 496 items inscribed in UNESCO, and there are 4 Philippine documentary heritage, including Philippine paleographs, old scripts, and People Power Revolution,
Okay.
and presidential papers of Manuel Quezon, and Jose Maceda collection in the University of the Philippines. So one of our major international projects is to discover documentary heritage around the world. So we found the Philippines as the best example that can be inscribed in UNESCO.
Okay, why is it important for us to document and, of course, acknowledge, know more about these peace agreements of the Philippines as part of the cultural heritage?
So we came to find the Philippine peace agreements with the Bangsamoro as documentary heritage to be shared by many. Because to be registered as documentary heritage in UNESCO, an important consideration, what we call world significance. This means that the peace agreements are important in the Philippines and also in the global community. So these peace agreements are the very result of a long conflict and the struggle for its resolution for peacemaking.
Okay.
So so there are still many conflicts around the world and still ongoing, and many peace agreements have been established with the signatures of national leaders, but many peace processes turned out to be a failure. But in this case, we have the Philippine case with decades of efforts, and we are successfully doing on the right track, making long-term peace in Mindanao. So this case, based on the peace agreements, represented a chapter of world history with the global experience of violent conflict and the achievement of its resolution as peacemaking. So I think that this is a textbook example of how peace can be established today.
All right, so Junsu, how is the documentation process so far? And where do you look at to find those documentary heritage? So and also which agencies do you partner in the Philippines for this process of looking for those documentary heritage to be registered?
Essentially, this project started in the year, actually this year, early this year. And we are partnering with NCCA in the Philippines, National Commission for Culture and the Arts. And there are 5 major peace agreements from 1976 with the Tripoli Agreement, and the 1987 Jeddah Accord, 1995 Final Peace Agreement, and Framework Agreement on the Bangsamoro in 2012, and Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro in 2014. So we are looking for all these documents, original copies, and most of them are kept in different institutions, but basically in the Philippines they're in safe condition.
You know,
Okay.
this is part of our culture. So technically, we're talking about our identity. Before we move forward with the other aspects in lives, social, political, economy, we go first with the culture. We always consider that. Kaya po sa ating mga ka-RSP, importante po na malaman natin yung ganitong klase mga usapin dahil ito po ay bahagi ng ating kultura at ating pagkakakilanlan. Well, on that note, how will this benefit our country or the community with this kind of activity that we're doing, especially for the future generations? They need to be knowledgeable about this.
That's an important point. One important aspect that I want to point out is that these agreements are the very product of international cooperation. So we have organizations like the European Union and the Organization of Islamic Conference,
Okay.
and we have national governments like Malaysia and Indonesia, Japan and Saudi Arabia, and we have international NGOs too involved in this peace process. This means that, and not to mention the local communities too.
Of course.
Yeah, so we can say that peace can be facilitated and developed with the collective will and collective action among all these different members of the society. So if these agreements are going to be registered and in UNESCO, this means that it is the first peace agreements that become world documentary heritage. So it could be like a textbook example, but for education for future generations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With regard to that, how will you increase awareness in terms of this endeavor or activity? And also, how can the public participate or probably help you out in this activity?
Actually, it's a bit on the way because we are preparing many projects like in cultural approaches,
Okay.
including like exhibitions in museums and lifelong education in libraries and schools. And also we are preparing some school curriculums, especially collaborating with universities.
Okay. On that note, thank you so much, Dr. Junsu Seo, and hoping this project would really run smoothly. We're looking forward, of course, all the Filipinos will be able to know more about the culture here in the Philippines and, of course, its documentation, overview, and among others.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Huwag po kayong alis dahil magbabalik pa po ang Rise and Shine Philippinas pagkatapos ng Balitang
Balitang
Pambansa.
Pambansa.